Hi, this is Kamera. My first few minutes with God, day 67, Numbers chapter 31 and 32. God tells Moses to attack the Midianites because they led the children of Israel into idolatry. Moses, he gathers 1,000 warrior men from each one of the tribes. So there's 12,000 men who goes out to battle. They kill all of the men and all 5 kings, and they capture the women and children. All the plunder, they take all of the plunder, which is cattle, all types of animals. There's other things they take. They burn down all the villages and the towns, and they bring the women and children, well, actually all the plunder, the women, children, the plunder, to Moses and Eleazar the priest. Moses is upset. Why did you bring these women here? It was because they followed the advice of Balaam that caused that plague that killed 24,000. And oh yeah, they killed Balaam as well. Now we see why they killed Balaam, because he was the one who gave the advice to the children, the women, and had them to seduce the men, caused them to sin against God, which caused the plague. And so Moses tells them to kill all the women who are not virgins, and the young women who are virgins, keep them, and kill all the boys. And that's what they do. They divide the plunder. They also go through this purification thing. Anyone who has touched a dead person have to go through all this type of purification, even the purification of the items that were taken. The metals, take them through fire, that type of thing. And they divide the plunder, and it's pretty interesting how they divide this plunder. Half the plunder goes to the warriors, the other half goes to the Israelites, and then the priest Eleazar, he gets a portion of the half that goes to the warriors, and the Levites get a portion of the half that goes to the rest of the community. So that's pretty interesting. Also, the plunder also included the virgins, by the way, the virgin women. The warriors, they reported to, not the warriors, but the general and the commanders, they reported to Moses they didn't lose anyone in battle. And so they took the gold, the metals, the gold portions, they gave that as an offering unto the Lord, because the Lord, they said, to purify ourselves and make ourselves right with God. So they gave away all their gold to the Lord, the warriors did. So fast forward, the children of Israel, as you know, they've been taking territories. God has been blessing them with all types of victories. This is on the east side of Jordan. Well, Reuben and Gad, they decide they want that portion for their territory. They want that allotment for their tribes. And so Moses gets upset because he's thinking, you're going to cause a rebellion here. You're going to cause the discouragement amongst the people. And he tells them about what happened with the previous generation, how they caused a rebellion, which led to not only their death, but for them to wander 40 years. Well, Reuben and Gad are like, that's not our intention. We would definitely, he also thought that they wanted to avoid fighting. They wanted to avoid fighting the rest of the battles to gain the other territories. And so Reuben and Gad was like, no, that's not our intention. We like this area. We want to set it up for our families, for our cattle. It's good. It's good property. And so Moses told them, fine, you guys, if you promise, you have to promise that you're going to go out with your brothers, lead them into battle, and you're not going to settle until they have gained all their territories. So they agreed that they're going to leave their families there, but they're going to go out, and the warrior men are going to go out and help win the other territories. And so the east of the Jordan was allotted to half of Manasseh, the Reubenites, and the children of Gad. So there you have it, guys. Day number 67, Numbers chapter 31 and 32. You have a God-filled blessed day.